Okay, can I start? Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Good morning, everyone. I take this opportunity to welcome Captain Daniel Joseph, Deputy Director General Shipping. It is his brainchild which has come to this initiative, and I take you to this Jhazi Jan Adalat session now. So with me, welcome aboard Jhazi Jan Adalat, where we are hosting an exclusive question and answers and grievances session with Captain Daniel J. Joseph, Deputy Director General of Shipping at DG Shipping, Government of India, moderated by me. My name is Captain Amresh Jha. I am working with Kanu Shipping India. The session promises to go right into seafarers' maritime issues and provide a platform to address your pressing concerns. Before we begin, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Captain Daniel Joseph and expressing our gratitude for his visionary initiatives. This session, born from his innovative thinking, reflects his dedication to fostering open dialogue and resolving seafaring challenges. Welcome, sir. Welcome for this great initiative that you have taken, and welcome to this Jhazi Jan Adalat first episode.
Thank you, Captain Amresh, and thank you, Sailor, today for helping us on hosting this event live in various media patterns. And I hope we will be able to get good questions and good answers so that we can take it forward. Thank you. I'm looking forward.
Thanks a lot, sir. Again, I must thank you for all the good work that you have done during the COVID times. I have seen it by myself, the efforts that you have taken to making sure that the crew signs off, signs on in Indian ports during that difficult time. So I have myself experienced, so I don't need any kind of some sorts of confirmation from anyone else. I have seen you how at night also you have helped us, all of us in the industry. So before wasting much time, sir, I will start with the questions that I have already received. And I will ask that questions which I have received directly on my message. Also, some of those questions has been shared with me by Captain Nangya, who is the head of Seller today. And then we will take all those questions one by one, which is coming to us on online platform. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Seller Today radio. So we will take one by one. So, sir, as you have seen and you have must have been hearing so many messages about the shore leave issues in Indian ports. And I have attended some of those meetings in DG Shipping Office also, where you have conducted and you have addressed those concerns. So can you, for the industry and for the knowledge of everyone who is coming for the first time to India, or the Indian seafarers coming to India on board ships, can you give us in details what are the steps that DG Shipping has taken? Where are we today, and what is going forward? What will be the situation likely to be for Indian seafarers, at least in India?
Thank you. Thank you. This is a very touchy subject. Post MLC, as you know, seafarers have rights. Seafarers have rights for going ashore. And if you see, there is Essential Services Maintenance Act 1968, which delegates and clearly states that the seafarers are essential and key workers. So what we have done, we have emphasized this need and have written to FRROs and to the various authorities, because if you see, the ports will come into major ports and non-major ports. Major ports are which are controlled by Ministry of Shipping, Government of India. The non-major ports are controlled by the private ports, and these are controlled by private and monitored by the concerned state maritime board or state maritime authority. So what happens? There are issues in private ports because they are not having the immigration checkposts. So for that, they are not able to get shore leave. So what we have done series of meetings with stakeholders. Post-COVID, the situation continued, but now the situations are much better. Almost all ports are getting shortly. And we have also written one-to-one letter from our DG to Ministry of Home Affairs Secretary to release an order stating that seafarers are essential key workers as per Essential Services Maintenance Act 1968, so that there is a blanket rule everywhere in India. And we have proposed even in airports that they get free access and special access for joining and getting relieved from the ships. That is one thing. The second thing is there is a challenge here. What happens now? Normally, when the ship is coming in India, the ships are having agents. So normally what happens, there are the ship is coming for commercial. So ship will have obviously charter and they will have a charter agent. No? So what happens normally, this surely is controlled or done by the ship owners. So in the charter party or in the chartering terms, this has to be clearly mentioned who is responsible for the shoreline. So what happens when the ship comes here? So normally for the services which are incurred, the charter agent is the lead agent. So what the ship owners normally do, they utilize the services of charter agent. So basically charter agent, anything you do, he will charge and he will tell it is not available. So going forward, port authorities have to ensure that ship owners agents are also there on ship, to look after these aspects. So it is seafarers' rights, and we have started initiated these practices of whenever we are going for PSC and FSI, flag state inspection and port state inspections, we have started giving code 17 if we find that seafarers are denied surely. So normally what happens, the seafarer tells, okay, agent has told me, but the master has not counter checked with the ship owner's agent whether it has to be done or not. So there are gaps. So we have initiated this, that we are giving code 17 that if the ships are not giving surely to the seafarers. So we are tightened up everywhere, and shortly, because of the general elections, now it is stopped. Everything is in transition phase. Once this uh, general elections are over, we will again emphasize the shore leave thing with the Ministry of Home Affairs, that the order is issued at the earliest, so that there is a blanket rule, so that as soon as the seafarers comes in India, in Indian ports, they are given shore leave. I hope I have covered everything, Amrish.
Yes, sir. Yes, you have covered, and you have also emphasized that how no, strongly you are taking this matter with ministries, different ministries, and we look forward to have a very positive outcome after the general elections. And I'm sure with your push and with everybody's support, we will be surely getting there. So thank you very much for sir giving a detailed report, I would say, on this sore leave. I'm sure whoever is listening to us will have a very clear idea that how much effort the DG shipping has taken. Okay, sir. So the next question again with related with the crew matters only. We have seen many cases when the vessel has been abandoned. The crew are still on board ships. They do not know their rights. Their families are worried. So again, I will request you that you have been into the administration for so long and you must have seen so many such cases. From your experience, what all things that crew seafarers should know about their rights in case of such misfortunate situations?
Thank you, Amresh. This is a very, very critical and good question, and which is the need of the hour. If you can see the data published by IMO, the maximum it is been seen that Indian seafarers are abandoned world over. There are multiple issues which DG Shipping is slowly one by one tackling. But from the seafarer side, there are few things which the seafarer should do. So I will split it in two parts. What DG Shipping will do and what seafarers are supposed to do. So let me talk, because mostly seafarers are listening here. So I will talk from the seafarers side. I'm aware seafarers are not aware even their rights, even their they don't know what vessels they are going. So they should do a background check whenever they get a contract. It is not just for the sake that you have done some course and you have to join on ship. You have to do background check before you join a ship. That is first point. There are shady operators, so you see the history. You can see nowadays it is very easy to find out what type of ships, who are the owners, who are the which series the ships are getting retained. You can go to IMO website, you can go to Equasis, a lot of public portals are there. So you can do a thorough analysis before you join. Good companies, it is easier, you the checks and balances are there. Suppose you have not done this analysis and still you fall prey and you go on a ship. After going on a ship, you will get warning signs. So you have to be alert on this warning signs, and you should not wake up after 11 months or 12 months and tell that I have been not paid salary. There are cases we have been handling that crew are there on board for 18 months and 19 months, and then we come to know there are issues. So there are warning signs. What will be the warning signs? So vessel is generally in anchorage for longer periods with no voyage orders, no salary, generators not running, blackouts. There are no spares on board to continue maintenance. Salary stopped more than two months. No shore leave. Lack of food, lack of provisions, lack of fresh water, no phone card, no no services. You are not able to make phone calls. There are no services being provided. So these are one by one will keep coming. So you should wake up if this has come up and not uh, fall prey that the RPS agency is telling that it will get solved. No, it will not get solved. This will become worse and worse. So what you have to do in such scenario? So suppose if 2 months may you are not getting salary. It has been 2 months now. MLC says that regular interval you have to get paid, not more than 30 days. So if you're not getting paid, these are warning signs. So you should immediately contact your master and check whether there are certificates and P&I valid. So now I will further split this into two. One is P&I valid and P&I invalid. So what happens when P&I is valid? So master should immediately invoke the financial security, because for 4 months wages and repatriation, it is as per your CBA and SCA agreement, which is minimum required to be done by the P&I through the ship owner. Okay, ship owner will do through the P&I. So if you see this, 4 months is the maximum. So 4 months wages and repatriation. Get this thing done. Talk to owners. If the owners are not responding, talk to the club directly, P&I, and invoke the financial security and get out of the vessel at the earliest. This is the first thing you have to do, and not wait that salary will come. Okay. So you can call up ITF, you can call DG Shipping, you can call port authorities, you can call whoever you want to call. You call and initiate this issue within 4 months and get out of the vessel. Otherwise, this will become a complicated issue. What will happen if the certificate is expired now, P&I? So what will happen generally? The club will remove the cover because the owners are absconding and they have not paid the premium. So then the situation becomes complicated. So you have to have contacted ITF or the union, because generally what happens, seafarers don't look at the CBA when they are joining. Please look at that who is your union, who is your Messiah, who is going to fight for you. they have to provide you legal support. It is not just for sake of getting membership. Here the real challenges comes. If your union is there, they will fight for you, support and give legal support to you. Because now what happens, the vessel which is there will be an asset for you. Now you have to seek legal assistance and talk to maritime authority, the port authority, and get the vessel arrested. And also you can talk to port authority, PSC, for arresting or detaining the other vessel of the owner. You can talk to DG shipping, you know. So if the vessels, we know the owners coming in India, we can pressurize. You know, these are the ways to pressurize and get your salary for 4 months and get out of the vessel repatriation through the RPS agents. Okay. So there are two kind of issues here. So you have to automatically handle such situations. You know, suppose there is still not help coming. So you have to get the vessel arrested and legally fight through your union's legal support, no, which will take time. So you should not leave that the last situation to come, and you should act upon quickly so that your repatriation is done. Once you are repatriated in India, we can take care of you. Suppose you are there and the vessel is arrested. The port authority and the court might even arrest you also, you know, for illegal smuggling or whatever. We don't know what the case will be. Owners may put up some other case against you. This will go on a legal tangle and you will be in trouble. Imagine in separate country, it is very difficult. The DG shipping has limited powers when it is outside country. What we can do through the MEA, through the High Commission in that country, High Commission of India in that country, we can push. We can push for your support, provided that ship owners are responding. If they are not responding and absconding, we can catch hold of the RPS agents. We can catch hold of the DOC manager who was managing the ship and push, you know. So, but then these all things become tangled when it is goes in legal. That country's law will prevail. In certain countries, maritime lien, you will be surprised to note that in certain countries, if it goes to court, the maritime lien of the crew salary is in the last. No, many countries, I don't want to name these countries, are on fourth or fifth list. First is port dues, port charges, last it is the seafarer's due. So you might not even get the dues even if the court gives a judgment in favor of selling the vessel. So you have to be alert. As soon as you get warning signs, please initiate actions which I have elaborated a while ago. That's it, Amresh. I hope I have covered abandonment clearly.
Yes, sir, very much. And just to summarize for some of those seafarers who have joined late, that first thing that you must check the background of the company and the vessel that you're joining is what sir has said. And then you should look for the warning signs in which salary is one of those warning signs. And then you should see whether your P&I is covered. And if it is not covered, then the process has been explained that how to go forward to it. You must take help of DigiShipping, flag state, port authorities, unions, the legal assistance from the unions, and fight this. But most importantly, what Captain Daniel has emphasized that you must come out first from those vessels. And then once you are in India, then the authorities is going to help you for sure. Yes, sir. So while we are in this questions, there is a question which has come online that this Dali incident which has recently happened. So in this situation, and also we have seen in many such situations, ultimately we do not want to discuss Dali here, but in any such emergency situations, what is the role that DG shipping can play to protect our seafarers? When I say ours means Indian seafarers in this kind of situation.
See, obviously, Dali incident, we are very, very keenly involved. And I can assure you that seafarers' well-being is the topmost priority of DG shipping. And I can give you assurance that seafarers are well taken care of. They are in a close knit and they are all together in very, very good mental health. Okay. This is the wording given by me to you all. And always DG Shipping's priority has been crew welfare and well-being. Always. So I'll give you a further insight in this, not only in Dali cases, in such kind of cases, what happens? If there is an incident and maritime incident, it can be casualty or any kind of incident. Legally, India is a substantially interested party, which is called SIP. So depending upon the situation, we may get involved as investigators as jointly or independently or with the flag state or with the coastal state. So there are complications, but the rule provisions are very clear as per Casualty Investigation Code. If it is Indian seafarer, we are the substantially interested party anywhere in the world. So we get involved in the investigation, such as in Dali case also our investigators are involved so that the criminalization of the seafarers is taken care. Otherwise, what happens? There will be bias, impartial, a lot of things may happen. So if you can see, the directorate, DG Shipping and Indian Maritime Administration has also given a paper in MSC and it was deliberated in legal committee where the seafarer has to be given fair treatments and the criminalization of the Indian or the seafarer on the whole has to be stopped. They have to be given fair treatment. And this has come as a guideline, because each country will have their own statutory sovereignty and their rules. We can't get into them, but the guidelines have come which are minimum that country has to follow so that the criminalization of the seafarer is taken care and avoided and the seafarers are given fair treatment. So as a substantially interested party, we are involved in almost all the cases where the incident happens, and accordingly, as per the rule provisions, depending upon the gravity of the situation, we get directly involved or we get involved with the report preparation and subsequent actions thereof.
Excellent,
That's
sir. Excellent. Thank you very much, sir. And this is, of course, we have seen, and I can say this in this entire episode, one good thing has happened is that the crew name has not come out, which used to be, earlier in case everybody's name used to be in the open social media. So thanks to all the concerns authorities, companies who are taking care of all that thing because it helps in good mental well-being.
and people
Okay.
people are in touch with their family. They are aware what is
Yes.
happening, and they are in
Yes.
very good health. And so far, the investigations are going on, and which, for obvious reasons, I'm not sharing here, which we are taking care. And as I told you earlier, that crew welfare and well-being is the topmost priority, and our actions are being taken with the companies, and we are trying our best to get the non-essential crew as a first phase from out of the vessel, who are not part of the safe manning and who are not involved in the ship's operation. So we are
All right.
working, and we will get some news shortly.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. So continuing to this similar thing, so lot of families have asked us that is there any possibility where they can put some sorts of camera, the company can put and they can have access to seafarers family. I don't know whether I have not seen any such sorts of mandatory rules, but out of curiosity, the families, since so many things nowadays happening, also the especially on the Gulf of Aden and on the Somalians and all lot of things have started to, Iran's and all that geographical issues that is happening. So families are worried. So they think that if there is some sorts of CCTV access to the family members, may help them to kind of check how is their family, how is their sons or daughters who are working on ships. Is something can be done in this regard? Can DG take some sorts of initiative for this?
This is a very good question, but then there are complications. But passenger ship, you see, they have surveillance all over the ships for the safety of the passengers because passengers are there. So they are required, mandated by rule to keep cameras. But if you get this CCTV thing involved, especially on tankers, I don't think there are any intrinsically safe CCTV yet prepared. No, they are there. What will happen to the right of privacy of seafarers? If somebody is watching them constantly, then their right of privacy of seafarers, they will be under constant vigil and constant watch. So this is a very touchy issue. Certain places cameras can be fitted, but then these are policies issues which need to be deliberated in IMO, and then unions, these ship owners association, all they have to agree. So it is a very touchy issue where right of privacy of the seafarers come into picture. So
Correct, sir.
that is
And
also
I
one
agree.
part which we have to think.
I agree with you entirely. And most importantly, nowadays all the vessels have the internet facilities. They do talk to the
Yes,
family on
yes.
video call and all. So I think this is more or less taken care. If you ask me, with so
Hmm.
much internet and all, you have
Correct.
access to call family. So
Correct.
yes, but a good food. I mean, good thought to be given on this maybe in future. So we have taken care, sirs, as of now, shore leave issues. We have taken care of abandonment issues. We have taken care of in case of emergency situation, in case of accident, the support that DG Shipping is giving. Now, abandonment, as you rightly said, the most of the problem happens with the substandard companies. Now we have seen a lot of situations where, especially the juniors, they kind of come into a situation where they're not getting a job and then they compromise and then sometimes they even meet a agent, I mean intermediate person, some kind of broker, and they get cheated as well. So it is like a kind of chain which works, that they are frustrated for the job, then they don't even check which vessels they get, they don't even know which agent they are working with, which kind of vessels they will be joining. So it starts, actually the warning signs you mentioned, it starts before that, before they go on ships. They have to be careful on that. But I would like to request you that so many our juniors, fellow seafarers, cadets, TMEs, GP ratings, they kind of get entangled on this agents things and they sometimes even pay money. What will be your advice? How can we avoid that?
Yes, this is also a very touchy and tricky topic. So that's why if you have seen, I have prepared presentation and videos with the help of media, and I'm circulating these videos like what has to be done, what are the warning signs, how you have to be, and already six series of rise series of series have come out where I have addressed these issues specifically, what has to be done. So it has to be a collective effort. It cannot be a single effort from the directorate. We are doing from our side is creating awareness. Now, these videos and these presentations will also be put up in DG website under Seafarers section, which we are working on. These videos were just ready in last week, which we are working on and further refining, and which I have circulated in almost all groups and all association too, and RPS agents and ship owners to forward to their seafarers. But now, as you said, it is a collective effort. As I said earlier, collective effort from the directorate side to create awareness and from the seafarer side also. So I will tell you, it is not only seafarers' families, from the RPS, from the MTIs. Maritime Training Institute should conduct these sessions, show our videos, like how if you go through agent, what will happen? Ultimately, they will give you a form one which is also forged. You should know how to check in your master checker. You will get a SMS, you will get an email. These are things which the seafarer should know. What is his master checker? What is his profile? Where to check company is good? Where to check MTI is not forged and it is a DG approved institute. So it has to be a collective effort from the all the association side to create awareness, from the directorate side, from the MTI side, from the RPS side also, to create awareness that it should not be through agents. You once you pay and get through these agents, you are caught. You are in big trouble. The company will not help you. It is through agent. You will get a forged, faked form one. When you go on ship before you join, you go to immigration, you are caught. And many cases are coming. Then we are taking up with the local authorities, police for filing FIR. Many cases are going on. So through your media, and that is why we are. This is the main purpose why we are having this session of
Correct.
Jan Adalat, so that it can be the awareness can be created among everybody that agent is a big no.
Exactly, sir. And I mean, as you have initially mentioned, the warning signs. It is the warning signs. And if some seafarers or the family members approaching those agents, that means you are purposely getting into that kind of situation where you will need some help later on. So it is better that you stop there only and look for the right opportunity. May take some time, but you should better wait than get into this kind of trouble. All right, sir. So I think we have covered on this perspective on basically to how to check companies, how to get into your profile checking, master checker. We have also taken care of a lot of other seafarers important matters. Now, sir, the next question coming is that you have mentioned criminalization of crew members, which we have seen most of the cases. When something happens, ultimately the blame goes to the seafarers. Some or other way they find some sort of, and we know the legal process how it works. Do you think that our seafarers, even the seniors, I mean here, they need to get some sorts of special training to make sure that they protect their interests, their crew interests, their people who are working with them, and also the company's interests, and set a kind of example so that we don't be treated like a criminal anywhere? Is there is something we can do, maybe enhancing our training or maybe getting into some legal kind of knowledge sharing or learning on our own what more we can do to make sure that we kind of protect ourselves when we are out at sea or when we are in some difficult countries where even DG shipping have minimum role to play? What will be your advice, sir, on this?
Yes, as you said, you have already said, but once we start talking about additional training, additional courses, the seafarers and seafarers union start jumping, no, we are already, but as you have raised this point, I will like to add on this that I have been giving this example everywhere, even in my presentation, it is there. You can't compare apple and oranges. Apples and oranges are different. It is not apple phone. I'm talking about actual apple. Apple and orange, both are different. Why I'm telling this? The comparison should be between apples and apples. India is a labor supplying country. Please understand this. We supply the maximum officers and rating maybe third or second level may. So we are basically a labor supplying nation. We have not come up to that stage where we are ship owners and ship owning nation. Then that is on shipping development and that is going on. It is on progress. It will take time, that Viksit Bharat and all those things. But if you see, we are still a labor supplying nation. So if you are good, you are a brand ambassador of India when you are working on ships. And the trends are very alarming that seafarers don't want to do courses. We are all seafarers. And if the ship owner or a company is telling to do some additional course, it is to give you a brand and market you. So you should be always willing to learn. Everywhere that courses are there. Not only that, you go to IT, they are also doing every year 10 courses. Seafarers, you have to be, because it is a global phenomena and you are working in global world, and you are working in global logistics where you are getting connected everywhere. And suppose the owners wants the best to operate the ship, why not? So cheap labor you will get anywhere. But if they want to give you good salary, good wages, and want to man good advanced ships, they want to give you advanced training. Minimum STC training to sab log kar raha hai, even other nationality, Filipino, Chinese, Vietnam, everybody is doing. But what additional you have? The trends
Exactly.
are very alarming. Indians go on ships. I'm very sorry to say this. I have figures, I have cases where they go create trouble on board for very, very petty reasons. And for one kind of case, the owners will, okay, this is a troublesome, let's release all these Indians and get other nationality. 20 ships gone, which I know last week has happened. Earlier, I got news, similar kind of petty issue, some fighting, some issues. Everywhere the issues are there. But if the issues are there and it is blown up by the other nationalities, so that they get their seafarers to go on board. So this legacy, what our seafarers, our seniors have done. So that's why we got job. And we continued the legacy. So that's why our juniors are getting job. So what will happen if our juniors and our colleagues now are not performing on ships? So this trend will go bad and people, the trend analysis will go down only. What will happen? The seafarers will not, the future seafarers generation will not get job. The scarcity will be there. But if you can see the ICS BIMCO report, which was published 2021, there is a huge demand of officers. Some 50,000 plus will be in
Correct.
shortage in next 5 years. There is a huge demand. Now, earlier I used to see third officers and the second officers, fourth engineer waiting. Now there is no waiting period
There is no
because of
wait.
the Russia Ukraine
Russian Ukraine
crisis.
war. Correct.
Yeah, lot of, and because of our seafarers are working, and performing. A big salute to them. But I'm just giving a piece of warning that please think about the global image. What will it affect the Indians at large? Not only you. You take a decision. This will affect everywhere. So please think carefully and perform so that Indian flag is flying high, and our fellow seafarers and juniors, next generation, continue to get the benefit what we have reaped. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. We have to be not only at par, we have to set an example. We have to go beyond at par level to make sure that Indian names, that our seniors, our uh, batchmates and colleagues and the juniors, they are flying, and that should remain so that we can utilize our young population. We are the best, I mean, biggest in the world when it comes to youngest population. We can utilize those assets in even flying our seafarers quality of standard high. Sir, I am taking few questions now, which has come through online. This is Mr. Indranil Mukherjee. Uh, he is saying that he has served on some ships and his salary is still not paid. The company is presently serving in another way. It is an Indian company. Can he get any respite? And I'm not talking only on behalf of Indranil Mukherjee. Maybe there will be some many such seafarers wherein you just mentioned during the abandonment, sometimes they might come home without getting the wages. What sorts of support they can get from DG? Of course, they need to go to RPSL, unions, but is there anything that DG can help in this process?
Yes. This is a very valid question where Mr. Indranil has raised. And this is for all those people whose wages are pending. If there are genuine concerns and your wages are due, so there are ways to get it. In your online portal, in your profile, there is a grievance tab available. You go inside and raise your grievance, what it is. It will go to the concerned shipping master. The jurisdictional shipping master, if you are from Kolkata, it is Kolkata shipping master. If it is from Mumbai, Mumbai, Maharashtra and other region, it is Mumbai shipping master. And the third one is Chennai for South. So whichever the company is under whichever jurisdiction, that grievance will be forwarded to that. And shipping master, as per the act and the rule provisions, are the custodian of resolving the issues. If it is pertaining to the issues pertaining to Indian company, then it is shipping master. If it is pertaining to RPS agents, then it is the Director Seaman Employment Office. These are also in the three jurisdictions which I have just said, and you can raise your grievance. There will be a tracking number. You can track what is happening, and you can follow up for the resolution. If the company is there and valid, and your reasons are genuine, that as per rule provision and as per MLC you are entitled, that I can assure you definitely you will get it.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. I'm sure Mr. Nindranil and so many viewers who will be seeing us now or maybe later on during the recordings, they will have this clarity for this kind of situations. One more question, sir, from online portal which has come, and you have addressed those issues. We have taken that matter. But in case if those seafarers who are still for some reason, you just mentioned that when you get a warning signal, there will be a time that owners may put you some sorts of other allegations. It could be smuggling, it could be something else, and you may crew members or their families can do. What will be the support that they can expect from DG Shipping or the
Yes,
authorities?
yes, I was about to come on that matter, because now what happens, the seafarers are not aware, and they may be innocent. I'm not telling they may be innocent, they may be involved. you know so what happens, we have seen the cases of seafarers getting involved in rape, seafarers getting involved in the cases of illegal smuggling of goods, seafarers getting involved in the cases of drugs. There are cases, and especially I can name the country, especially in Iran, Turkey, where we have cases, and seafarers are involved in drugs. Seafarers are involved in illegal smuggling. So then the vessel is arrested and seafarers are put in jail. When these seafarers go into, at least when they are in ship, we can fight through the port authorities and to the authorities. Then what happens if the seafarer goes in jail? Then there are complications, because the country's law will prevail. And if you can see in India also, the law related to narcotics, banned drugs are very, very serious. You don't even get bail in India. And throughout the world, it is same everywhere. So when the seafarer is stuck in such tangle, especially banned drugs, especially smuggling of the cargo, or not having valid documents, cargo documents, seafarers are struck and they are put in jail. Then it is the MEA through the legal support has to come forward. Here the union comes into picture, seafarers union. They are duty bound as per the constitution, as per the CBA, to provide the legal support. If such is the case, where is the union? Where is the support given by the Seafarers Union and the relevant authorities to help in the legal case? There has to be legal support so that the seafarers can be given support. And through DG Shipping, we can just request the MEA, because in foreign country, as you know, High Commission will have access to the consular access to the seafarers. In such cases, many cases we know 5 to 6 months seafarers are in jail. We know certain cases are there. We are aggressively pushing, but our pushing is limited because there are cases where the country's law will hold. Imagine a seafarer, foreign seafarer stuck in India and does illegal smuggling or in drugs. What happens? The court of law, it will be a big, big hue and cry. But India being a very championing cause of seafarers. We have pushed these cases also, and many cases we have pushed diplomatically through the MEA and Ministry of External Affairs and High Commission, that consular access has been given. We are regularly following up with the seafarers for at least getting their phone calls with the family. At least they are taken care so that their legal support is given, and as per the court judgment, the release. In such cases, we are also diplomatically pushing the RPS agents to the ship owners to get the fine paid, because such cases there are fine. Invariably, such cases we know, in many cases the fines are going up to 20 crores, 30 crores. No? And these are the figures, official figures. So we push the owners for negotiation so that the fees are paid, fines are paid, and the seafarers are released. So once you go get into this legal tangle, it is very difficult unless diplomatically and legally the support is provided. So collectively, from the union side, from the seafarers family side, we have to collectively come and tide over these issues.
Understand, sir. And you have already mentioned about Iran. So one of the question which has come, I think, is the brother is with 21 Indian crew is in Iran jail, detained by Iranian Navy Global Charlene ship. So I'm sure probably you must have already answered for this as well, because you have mentioned Iran in your questions answers. So good. I mean, we understand that this is not a such easy things to do, and support has to be done through MEA, through navies, I mean, through unions, and of course, DG Shipping is there to assist them. So, sir, now we have taken on these important matters pertaining to crew, especially on this emergency-like situation. There are questions which has come for SID. Recently, there is one circular which has come out wherein I believe validity is mentioned for all the SID is 10 years, but I think the circular says that it has to be revalidated after 5 years. I have not gone through the circulars, but this is a question which has come. So maybe you can put some light on it.
Yes,
And
this is a
I will,
very valid question. Before you complete, I will tell you.
yeah,
This is just a draft circular. Please read. It is a draft circular for comments from the stakeholders, from the association, from the union. The background is हमारे रूल को हमसे ज्यादा दूसरा कंट्री को मालूम है. That is what it is. Our circulars are read world over, and they point lacunas and tell this is wrong.
hmm,
And many vessels have been detained. I don't want to name these vessels for want of SID and other CDC document. So I want to clarify this. CDC is only a record book as per the ILO Convention 185. Earlier, a convention was there, 105. It was denounced, and 185 came. 185 may it is there, SID is there, biometric. These are the requirements. And the convention clearly says, convention says that the SID card has to be revalidated every 5 years. Valid can be 10 years and has to be revalidated. The convention itself says, and that convention we have taken in our rules, SID rules, where it is clearly saying that CDC SIDs has to be renewed every 5 years, not every 5 years, first 5 years, and then it can be given for 10 years subsequently. But we have checked, we have told associations like FOSMA, MASA, INSA, and others to check what is the practice which is being taken in world over. And leading nations, maritime nations, are giving for only 5 years. They're not even giving for 10 years. So that's why we have given it for comment for the industry and the unions to check with the other countries and come out, so that our seafarers are not struck, so that you comply with the nation. Because now 2019 we started this SID. 2024 May it will start expiring, because validity is 10 years, but it has to be revalidated in first 5 years. That is the convention requirement.
understand.
So we
Very
can't
clear.
go against the convention. Then the
Very,
ships,
very clear.
seafarers will be struck.
Very, very clear, sir. So now we have only 10 minutes left, sir, for this first episode. I'm going to now divide the next questions in two parts, and it is related with the exams. One will be with the written exams and one for the oral exams. I will summarize all the question and then one by one you can answer. The questions that are coming is basically for those graduates BSc Nautical Science. They are asking whether is any plan that they can be exempted from the written exams. Second mate, basically they have to, I think, go through written as well as oral. So if there is any such plan, then another question which is coming is that now everything is open. There is no COVID protocols. So is this e-learning thing or e-class e-learning course can be stopped and we can come and resume the offline course completely with the exit exams? And results when we are publishing for second mates, or then can the result includes marks also? These are the things which has come for the written. Orals, there
So
are
can we go one by one? Otherwise, I will forget.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, all yours,
Yeah.
sir. But we have to
Example,
limit with our
first
time
part
also.
was BSc Nautical Science. So there was a conscious decision taken because I am also an examiner, and we all the examiners found that BSc Nautical Science students were very, very average. The response, and we have data to show that they were taking 7 attempts, 8 attempts, 10 attempts to pass, comparatively to the DNS where the written concepts are also checked. Free time for the BSc Nautical Science is only 12 months. Okay, they do just one ship and come, and they are lacking on the competencies. That's why this written part has been started for them also, from whoever has done after 2016, the BSc courses. And it has been, we have been finding now, once they are doing returns, their performance has improved. And as I said, it is for marketing and keeping a brand of our seafarers. Our COCs has value world over. So please stick to this and be good seafarers and with good competency and good knowledge and pass the exams. And we are continuing these exams every month, orals every month. People are appearing, a large number of students are appearing and clearing. So this will continue unless and until we find that there is something against going on. But it is, the system is going on very, very smooth and very, very perfectly. That is the first thing. Second thing you said about e-learning. I want to reiterate again that please don't compare with apples and oranges. Okay, seafarers have to be extra smart, and you have to be marketed by the seafarers to the owners world over. So Indians doing extra this e-learning adds an added advantage to your CV when the ship owners, when the RPS agents are promoting your name to ship owners. Imagine you stop this suddenly. It will have repercussions on your jobs. No? So that's why this is an added advantage. Please take this as a chin up and spirit up, and it will be beneficial for you. So please take it. Courses are as per STCW. These are additional to market you and give a brand image for seafarers world over. This was the second part. The third question, can you repeat?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So third question was this that marking the second
Ah,
mate results. I think
so
the mark is not
what
coming now.
what happened? See, we were earlier uh, disclosing this mark sheet. You would have seen marks used to come, and we used to disclose to everyone. But what happened? The right of privacy issue came into picture. Many people felt bad, and people started complaining that my results are in public domain. No university, nobody does it now. You would have seen, you know. So even UPSC results, you have to put your number and your date of birth, and then your OTP, and then only you can see. So
Yes.
every seafarer, their results are published. We intimate, and they can go inside their profile and see. It is
All right.
because of the right of privacy, and hope we all are together on this. And we don't want, I don't want my marks too. Smart boys will obviously want to have the results to be seen in world. What happens? Because everybody is not same. So we should
Correct, sir.
understand this and respect this right of privacy of CPAS.
Correct, sir. Very nicely explained, sir. The next part of the questions related to exams are for the orals. So I'll just again put up. Orals are nowadays being conducted online. Can it be conducted offline now? First, second thing is that can
Yeah,
it
let me
be
let me let
record?
me answer one by one. Otherwise, I will forget. This is a very
Okay,
very
okay.
good question. मैं हाथ जोड़ के सबसे बोल रहा हूँ भाई MMD आ जाओ MMD आ जाओ. Every time I take orals, I tell them to come to MMD so that we can assist you. Because online there are a lot of issues. We cannot see your face, we cannot see your body language, because we will throw questions and see whether you are able to answer. Your competencies are checked in extreme levels, you know, so that you go and perform on ships. But seafarers are afraid, they are not coming to MMD. So
Oh,
we have
okay.
left this option, but it is up to chief examiner. We will discuss. We are getting a lot of queries from seafarers that they want to come to, and seafarers are coming. Many seafarers are coming. So what happened? They have better chance of passing, because anything is there. If it is 50-50, we tell them, okay, go find out from the library, go to port, find out. But online में कैसे करेगा? You tell me
Correct.
how we can give them chance, because एक तो net नहीं चलता. They are in remote village. Their
Correct.
internet
Correct.
issues are there, and we are so overloaded. We can't give them one more chance. Taking in,
Correct.
taking out, it is very difficult. So it is better through your media also, medium also. I'm telling again, I'm requesting seafarers that you should come before we tell that we release a circular that you come. So the option is there, but you come to MMD so that we can take physically also.
No, I agree entirely, Saab, and it is for their own benefits. As you rightly said, that we need to keep our name at as much high as possible. And not only for ourselves, also for the juniors who are going to take this profession later on. So we have to keep that standard high. And for that, if we have to come face the surveyors, we have all gone through this no and process, and we have become better only. It's going to refine us. Yeah, that's correct. So continuing with this oral question, sir, is it going to be or do you think it is a good idea to have oral is nowadays getting recorded, right? A CCTV is there. So if the recording can be given to that candidate, that okay, fine, this is the questions. Generally we used to, I was a internal as well as external examiner in DGCPing before, but we generally tell them these are the questions we have asked you, these are the questions that you have answered well, these are the questions which we think that you should prepare, and what do you think? And they generally, candidate used to be agree, yes sir, I think I need to prepare those. In a better version of this, can we give them a recording of those orals and ask them, okay, go through these questions when you are preparing it. Next time when you come, you can be better prepared. Is it possible? You think it's a good idea?
This is a good idea, but then what will happen? Circulation of these things will happen. We want everybody to pass. We don't want seafarers to fail. The motive of examining is whether you are meeting the minimum competencies which are stipulated in the ST. No, so the notion of getting old examiners, old people, we are all young, So internal examiners are the deciding authority. The old examiners are also going through the rigorous. They have regular checking, regular requirements of upgrading of the knowledge, and everything is there for old examiners. And these old examiners are from the system. They have worked as surveyors, or they have worked from the MTI, so they are on top of the subject. And as you say, these are all recorded, but seafarers को हम लोग clearly बताना चाहते हैं कि that the notion is not to fail, notion is to see how much you know, and ultimate the deciding authority is the internal examiner. External will assist you and examine you and give the report, where the internal is monitoring, and if required, the questions are again asked many times when the candidate is 50-50. And the notion is always to pass on the safer side, provide the seafarers answers. That is one thing. The other thing is recording part is a good suggestion way forward, but then these are there in the STCW, our rules provisions, for appeal procedures. The recording is done for appeal, as per rule provisions. So if there is an appeal that candidate says that it was not transparent and there was bias and I was failed, so then candidate has to pay the fees and get the video. So what happens if you start giving everybody? That we are going against the rule, but it is a good way forward, which matters that we
Very much for taking all the questions and answering everything from bottom of your heart, and you have given data, you have given you have shared your experience on each and every topics. So I thank you on behalf of Seller Today for these great initiatives, and I'm sure people will like it, and the seafarers especially would love to have these sessions more regularly, at least once in a month. So I thank Select today for giving me this opportunity. I thank you, sir, for giving your precious time for Seafarer's Couch. And most importantly, you have taken each and every questions and you have answered it in a very detailed manner. So someone who has heard now can go through again if needed, or someone who has not been part of this live, so they can see it later on the Seller Today radio as well as on Seller Today YouTube video. So thank you very much, sir. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके.
Thank you. And before I let you go, I would like to thanks the Sailor Today medium and you for helping on this cause. And because as we have done in the last Saturday, and there is a lot of demand from seafarers to do it monthly, so we can make it a practice that we start this and do it every month last Saturday. So last Saturday is 29th June. So we can make it a practice that every last month of last Saturday we can do this. Same
excellent
time.
idea, sir. Excellent idea. I'm sure Captain Langia will take a note of it. And thank you very much. And I would request also that your presentation which you have mentioned, if Sailor Today can publish in their websites as well.
Yes. I will share that and you can circulate. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Bye. I will stop recording. So thank you, sir. I will disconnect now. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Disconnect kar lena, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.